Hello and welcome to Microsoft Hates Greg. My name is Greg Deckler, and today we're going to be talking about me getting banned from r/Microsoft Fabric on Reddit, or at least one of my alt accounts was banned from r/Microsoft Fabric, and and so they're like, what am I? Well, then Greg, if you got banned, why are you on r/Microsoft Fabric? Well, because banning somebody on Reddit is like the most useless thing you can do ever, right? Because Reddit allows you to go ahead and browse everything anonymously, right? And creating a new, account on Reddit is as simple as going out to like Outlook or Yahoo or Gmail and just like, oh, I'll just sign up for huge potato 445 at outlook.com, right? And then you can register, with on Reddit using that account name, using that email address. I mean, it's literally like 5 minutes to do this. So most useless thing you can possibly do is ban somebody on Reddit. It's just the stupidest thing. Um, but and so so yeah, it's just, and for you, to those of you that don't understand the history here, just let me real briefly. So there's a particular Microsoft employee, and they posted a comment on r/Microsoft Fabric in which they were confused about something. So I chimed in. I created an alt account. I chimed in because I wasn't going to use my main account because kind of knew where this was all headed. So I created an alt account and I explained it to them. Um, and very politely tried to explain to them. And so then they were like, they were still mad at me, even after I explained it to them. So I created a video. And in the video, I apologized to this Microsoft employee. And I basically said, hey, let's bury the hatchet, right? Let's just let bygones be bygones, right? And so 2 days later, and I replied to that in r/Microsoft Fabric. I replied to that thread so that I could make sure that they saw my apology, right? And my offer to, bury the hatchet and all of that. So 2 days later, right, the mods banned me from r/Microsoft Fabric. Like, what's a guy got to do to like let bygones be bygones, right? But no, Microsoft and the mods at r/Microsoft, they have nothing but hatred in their hearts. They can do nothing but hate. They cannot forgive. They cannot accept apologies. Right? They just have nothing but hatred in their hearts. So it's sad. It's sad to see it. But yeah, I apologized. I said, let's bury the hatchet. Let's let bygones be bygones. Nope, they're not having any of it. Right? They want to hate. That's all they want to do. So, and that's unfortunate, right? But consequences, right? Got to be consequences for being rude and obnoxious and having nothing but hatred in your heart. So it's going to become a regular thing on here where I'm going to highlight everything negative said about Microsoft, every negative post about Microsoft Fabric that's posted on r/Microsoft Fabric. I'm going to highlight here on this channel. Maybe it'll be a weekly thing, maybe it'll be a monthly thing, but the mods at r/Microsoft Fabric have motivated me. Like, I've never really done much on Reddit, never really paid much attention to r/Microsoft Fabric, or even r/Power BI for that matter. But these guys have motivated me, right? Their rudeness and they're hanging on to just hatred in their hearts, right? I'm trying to be a nice guy and be a professional here and try to bury the hatchet and try to get along with people. And these guys, they just want to hate and cause problems, right? And ban people for no reason. I mean, I understand. I'm the MVP, like the OG MVP, right? The most banned professional, so I get it. But let's start with abandoning Fabric, right? Having worked on Fabric extensively over the past year, they're basically going to abandon it. They've told their team, we're going to either go back to Databricks or we're going to go to Snowflake or something else, right? And they gives the reasons here, right? Like, it's a nightmare to manage it, right? The docs and tool sets are just pure chaos, right? Consulting wasteland. Nobody's really an expert in Fabric. It's too new. It changes too much. And it's just a bunch of PowerPoint slides that, these people, sit here and tell them that they're experts on Microsoft Fabric. And the features like really suck. Just basic stuff that should be there is not there, right? I mean, these guys are saying way worse stuff about Microsoft Fabric than I probably ever have. But they don't get banned. Just me though. So um, so and then they go into a whole discussion. There's like 104 comments, and it's pretty much all negative, mostly negative around this, other than from some Microsoft employees that were like, well, those things are coming in like a few years here. We'll get to them, right? It's hilarious. A lot of hatred around Copilot and AI stuff. Like that's the focus, and versus just fundamental things like SQL views, Spark SQL views, things like that. Yeah, Spark SQL views. This obsession with Copilot. Same here. Been fed up with Fabric in its support for almost 2 years. 10 features a month, nothing works, right? Everything's weird. The support's worse. The documentation's the worst, right? So exactly, I feel like the consumers are the guinea pigs. I've said this, right? I told you guys this 2 years ago, that you guys were going to be guinea pigs for Fabric, and that it was going to be crap product for like, years and years in the foreseeable future. Well, it's a crap product for the foreseeable future, apparently, according not just to me, but according to lots of people on this thread, right? And it keeps going on and on about it, right? In terms of, I don't think Fabric is as bad as some people think, compared to similar projects, right? This guy is like, this guy is hilarious. So basically, he makes the case that, well, if you use VS Code dev containers and write a bunch of Spark code, right, and you're developer centric and focused, right, and that's all you do, right, then Fabric works as long as you just don't try to, which is kind of a slap in the face, because that was kind of the whole thing with Fabric, was that you didn't have to do all this data engineering, coding, all of this stuff. But this guy is making the case that that's the only way to get Fabric to actually work. And so he's like, oh, it's just simple. Like nothing he mentioned in any of this is simple to the normal user. All right. Um, Bad partners. Yeah, I mean, it just goes on and on. Very similar feedback from those using my org, using Fabric, highly customized workflows to resolve gaps which haven't been patched, or at the time were there. Lots of issues with APIs changing. More and more impressive. The Databricks is looking more and more impressive by the minute. Maybe Fabric will be great in 5 years. So it's nothing but those kind of comments, like all the way down through here, right? So, and then we have this one, right? PBI metric set deprecation. They're complaining about 9 days left to full deprecation. That's, this is like 4 days ago. 19 days notice before stop creation, right? Basically, they're complaining about the short notice that's on this, which I covered in a previous video as well. Then you got this one. This was interesting. This is kind of a warning for people, in my opinion. So they had a 400 megabyte data set, and all of a sudden they started getting memory consumption being too high when they're trying to refresh it. And what happened is, and so it's interesting, what happens is this all started happening after I went into semantic model editing in the browser. After that, the refresh errors started happening. Basically bloated the memory or something. So they actually took it and just downloaded the semantic model, re-uploaded it, and then it was fixed on the Fabric capacity. Right? So it looks like something about editing the semantic model in the browser, in the service, caused a problem with it. And so I would caution everyone that don't do that, right? That I would be very cautious about editing your semantic models in the service, because it looks like it can cause major problems, right? So now the other last thing is that, like, let's see. So this weekly visitors is 123,000 for r/Power BI. Where's r/Fabric? R/Fabric is 22,000. So order of magnitude less visitors coming to Microsoft Fabric than Power BI, which again fits with a lot of my previous stuff that I've talked about with trends about how poorly Microsoft Fabric seems to be doing in the marketplace overall. Anyway, more evidence to that regard that it's nowhere even close to being at the level of what Power BI is and that sort of thing. So yeah. So I mean, guy tries to apologize, or does apologize, and tries to bury the hatchet, and just gets more negativity and hatred from the Microsoft folks, the mods there at r/Microsoft Fabric. So I'll be covering all the negative things that are said on r/Microsoft Fabric like a hawk from now on, right? And that's thanks to the moderators at r/Microsoft Fabric have nobody to blame but themselves. After I apologized and tried to bury the hatchet, they spat in my face. So these are the consequences, right? So that's all I had for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.